Hi, welcome back. In this session, we are going to discuss about fault and update domain in Azure. Okay, so what is fault domain? What is update domain? Okay, so this understanding is really crucial if you are going to support Azure related any infrastructure or if you are going to give any Azure related solutions. Okay, so availability set basically having a two parts. One is fault and update. Fault domain is complete separate rack hardware. In data centers, you could have seen a lot of racks, hardware server racks. So in each rack there will be a 1U, 2U servers and 4U. It depends on the environment. So fault domain is complete isolated individual server rack, and update domain across fault domain only people will design any of their application deployments so that they can ensure the redundancy part. So whenever they start any patching for the specific application or specific any deliverable, they first do the update domain level so that they can cover across all cluster. So in availability set, whenever you provision any compute resources, this fault domain, update domain is very much essential. So update domains basically comes into picture whenever you go for any OS updates or patching across the hardware racks. See here. So the availability set is going to be across the racks. This is the complete physical hardware racks. This is the physical hardware rack, and in the rack you have a servers, right? So in this we have to create the necessary update domains. So this is how the Azure is helping us to achieve all. So fault domain is essentially a rack of servers, consumes network, power, cooling, and of course, whatever rack servers, 1U or 2U, is hosted in the specific physical rack server. It needs network as well as power and cooling, right? So if you go with one fault domain, will take everything will be shared basis from the same rack. So the update domain spread across two fault domains. So this is a rack 1, this is the rack 2, and there is a server here. So you need to go in this way. So this is update domain, this is fault domain. So here another example, we can see it. So now we will see it in the Azure portal itself. So this is the portal.azure.com virtual machines. So I'm selecting the resource group, and I can say give CNL say dev BB app, and I can select the region. So here, if you select the availability option, there is an availability set, correct? So availability, go for availability set. Since we don't have any availability set now, so I'm creating it. See here, I am say CNL. This is related to my CNL dev BB app. So this is availability set because I don't want to get deviated. So I am aligning with the same mission name so that I can easily identify which name is correspond to which availability set. So if you see fault domain 2 and update domain 5, which means so fault domain that we are going to get two individual hardware racks. In that there is a 5 update domains we are mentioning we need it for this deliverable. So this is how you need to plan it. So in development, if you want to test any standalone, then forget about this. But in production, you always advisable to go with availability set. In availability set, you have to properly design fault domain and update domain. So this is the exact, and also you need to think about the update domain is 5, maximum is 20. This is how the Azure Microsoft is helping us. Thanks for this session. We will continue with the scalability set in the coming video.